Wow, the fury of Florence takes a toll on the Carolina coast. Dramatic video shows just how dangerous this storm is as the surge of ocean water combines with rain to flood the town of Southport, North Carolina.
Well, sadly tonight we've learned at least 4 people are dead, including a mother and infant who were killed when a tree fell on their home in Wilmington, North Carolina. And these images just coming into our newsroom of firefighters kneeling and praying outside a family's home. Meanwhile, rescue efforts are now underway for hundreds of people trapped in their homes as floodwaters continue to rise. The only way to get to some of them is by boat. Yeah, the damage there is already unbelievable, and this storm is not over yet. Homes are flooded, roofs ripped off, and trees are down everywhere.
It's devastating. My roof is completely gone. The wind got underneath it and lifted it right up, and we've gotten a monstrous amount of water coming in.
In fact, hundreds of thousands of people along the Carolina coast are without power tonight as what is now Tropical Storm Florence continues to wreak havoc. Nearly 2 feet of rain has already fallen in parts of North Carolina, but this is still just the beginning. Now, the Fox 5 storm team is tracking every aspect of the storm and the impact it could have on North Georgia later this weekend. We also have crews along the Carolina coast and here in Atlanta covering the storm. Let's begin tonight with Fox 5's Doug Evans, who's live in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Doug, things are starting to pick up there, we understand.
Yeah, Russ, the wind is really howling right now in Myrtle Beach. Rain is coming down too. It's done some damage. You can see this restaurant behind me. It's torn the awning off of it, just shredded it. We're going to take a little walk down to the ocean. I'm going to move behind our camera here and help Billy with his cord there, and we'll just talk as we walk there. You see the Fox 5 storm chaser. We're heading down to the beach. Listen, even though this has been downgraded to a tropical storm, there's still a lot of concern about flooding here in the Myrtle Beach area. The flooding could be historic, with flood stages well above what they experienced even with Matthew, and that was 2 years ago. So they're still watching the flooding concern, not just the storm surge, which could be coming up in the next 24 hours or so, but the coastal flooding, the inland flooding, which will be a threat all weekend. All right, there we go. There's the Atlantic. Surf is up, really pounding the coast right now. The wind speeds have been not too bad in the Myrtle Beach area, not like North Carolina. Florence came in as a full hurricane in North Carolina. We've been downgraded to a tropical storm now, so the winds right now are sustained in the 50-mile-an-hour range, gusting sometimes like that into the low 60s, but we haven't had any tropical force winds, hurricane type winds. Even so, we've seen some damage today. We saw a very large house with its roof ripped off. We've seen on Ocean Boulevard awnings torn up and everything like that. But in the downtown area, the beach area that people are most familiar with, the good news is that we've seen no structural damage there. 2,700 people remain in shelters. There is a curfew for Myrtle Beach tonight from 7 o'clock at night to 7 in the morning Saturday. And that's the very latest from Myrtle Beach. I'm Doug Evans, live with the Fox 5 Storm Chaser.
All right, we appreciate it, Doug. The images we're getting from this storm, truly incredible. You got to take a look at some of this video here behind me.
Yeah, this is outside a restaurant in Southport, North Carolina, not far from Wilmington. The owner shot this video earlier today as the high tide rolled in.
Yeah, the wind and the rain making it almost impossible to hear some of the reporters. Just take a listen to the report from Fox's Steve Harrigan, who's at New Bern tonight.
Each hour I expect to come out here and say the winds have died down, the backside of the storm is finally moving on, but I can't say that yet. I see no lessening of the strength of those winds coming directly off the ocean and bringing in sheets of rain pretty much sideways. This area has got up to 20 inches of rain, and that's going to cause some dangerous flooding. Now, the wind has been strong enough to break branches, knock down power lines, and take off little bits of houses. This house left and lost part of its roof. The same thing with the house next door. And all the wooden structures that you see in the road here, they were once stairways, gates, things like that.
We are dealing with some significant flooding from the Cape Fear River, and officials say it's only going to get worse. You can see there's water covering the sidewalk and even the parking lot here at the Hotel Ballast, which is essentially turned into an island of its own. You can see water is up towards that Mustang, that Suburban, making it through. It's driving up a ramp there. We were actually inside working in the hotel, and my photographer Colby said, hey, we got to go, the water is coming up. So that's exactly what we did. Did speak with two Wilmington police officers. They say, you know, we had some significant rain earlier today, but when Hurricane Florence made landfall, but the real concern is the flooding here. It's raining. It started raining yesterday afternoon, and it's not going to stop today. It will continue to rain into tomorrow. So again, that is the big concern, how high this water will get. We have not heard reports of water rescues yet, but that does not mean that they won't take place along the Cape Fear River here in New Hanover County. Now, in fact, officials staged a 76-person urban search and rescue team, so they do anticipate needing that here. They are asking people to please stay safe and not to get out into the water.
The storm surge here in Morehead City, you see coming over, complicating the winds that have beaten this area for more than 12 hours in the storm surge, flooding the streets now. Highway 70, the main thoroughfare, taking a lot of trees down, powers down, storefronts destroyed, gas stations flattened. If you look across this boat down in the distance, it's Atlantic Beach. They were just hammered. The law enforcement not able to get out yet to get a real assessment of that, but no doubt the wind and the surge is hammering it. But what's really bad is that we have the excessive continued rainfall that is going to add to the flooding inland 40 miles away in New Bern. You've got catastrophic flooding already happening, and we're going to be in this for much longer as we try and hunker down. Already we're hearing of nearby inland rescues. The rivers that flow down into this boat town, it's just a lot of water, and the rain and wind not letting up just yet. Florence is here to stay for a bit longer. In Morehead City, I'm Griff Jenkins, Fox News.